Well, 4 people are hurt this morning rushing to escape a fire in Hendersonville.
We continue our coverage now of that breaking news live with Victoria Dunkel. Vic, crews are more than 2.5 hours into fighting this apartment fire now.
Yeah, they got the call just before 4 o'clock, and it has been a challenge. When they got here, they said the building was full of flames. In fact, why don't you take a look at the video we shot of what we saw when we rolled up here. We got here about 4:40 this morning and started shooting this video, and Adam sent it back into you all this morning. Now, you can see the flames were all through this building, and it did present quite a bit of a challenge here. We've been following this and talking to Chief Dorian Flowers here with the Hendersonville Fire Department all morning long. Now, you have a little bit new information. We figured out how many apartments were involved in this.
There's 6 total apartments, and it appears that at least 2 of those apartments were owner or occupant owned. The others appear to be rentals.
And you have a little new information about last half hour we had an update that was a total of 4 people taken to the hospital. You said you have some new information about one of the possible injuries?
Yes, 4 total patients taken to the hospital. All minor injuries are considered minor injuries. One's possibly being treated for a broken ankle.
Right now, where do things stand as you're trying to put out these flames? You have this under control. You've had it under control for quite some time now, but the fire has been a bit stubborn.
That is correct. It's basically just trying to hit the hot spots and make sure we get all those identified and make sure we get them out.
What is the biggest challenge? Have you been dealing with crews getting exhausted being out here so long?
Actually, it's not been too bad since we did go into a defensive position pretty quick. And so it's not been too bad. They've been rotating through rehab, and that way they're not getting exhausted.
And when you say defensive position, you're talking about you didn't send people inside because you knew everyone had made it out safely?
Well, initially, even though we knew there was everybody had made it out safely, they were all accounted for, we did go offensive, which means we were doing some interior operations. But due to the amount of fire and also the question of the structural integrity of the building, we decided to go back to a defensive operations and not risk our personnel's safety.
And we can see that part of the building did collapse here. What about the rest of it? The roof, did it come down across all the way?
The roof is pretty much gone throughout the entire building. It appears that all of the apartments have sustained pretty significant damage. Obviously, the 2 bottom apartments on this end over here have got some smoke damage, but there's also going to be some significant water damage.
All right, I'm going to let you get back to managing this. It has been a long morning for the fire crews here. Total of 3 departments working this fire. Hendersonville, obviously the lead on this, but they've also gotten help from Valley Hill and Mountain Home firefighters out here this morning, as you heard, helping make it a little bit easier so the crews weren't so exhausted. They were able to spell each other, if you will, and cycle through on that. Of course, we're going to be following the story one more time before we say goodbye at 7. And in that time, when I talk to you then, I'm actually going to be talking to the folks from the Red Cross. They are here with an update as to who's being helped and how they're helping them. Reporting live in Hendersonville, Victoria Dunkel, News 13.